Alright, so mission 10. Now, mission 10 scares me, and for a very interesting reason. The thing about mission 10 is that
Okay, comms are up. Enter Sepulveda's house and make the transaction. Your briefcase is wired to send a signal to the assault team when opened. Do so only when you are sure we have Moses in the building.
the scripting breaks easily. In fact, it's only ever worked for me once.
Entre, Holmes, you're late.
To only get one shot at this.
You don't want to keep him waiting, Frank. You don't want to keep him waiting, Frank. Weren't you supposed to be here half an hour ago?
What's in the briefcase?
Well, better hope everything works out.
¡Rápido, amigo! Vale, amigo. Vamos a ver el dinero. Ah, this looks good. In return, I'll gladly provide you with some of my quality products.
So, we can't head back. So, only way is onward. It's tricky here at the beginning with only the P228. Gun's not very accurate, so you've got to be a attack driver to compensate. Now there's an AK in here, luckily, which makes this all much easier. And good thing too, first time I played this level, I had no idea about the AK. Let me tell you, it is tough with just the P228, and not for the reason that you'd think. The problem is that they assume that you found the AK and don't give you much handgun and let it compensate. Probably a magazine per area, and the areas get pretty big. So you get to the point where you're counting individual bullets and having to ration it down to maybe 1 or 2 rounds per guy. And man, if you don't kill him, well, fuck. Looks like you get to eat shit, Cocaine Cowboy, because you don't even get a knife. So if you run out of bullets, you are just straight up fucked. No, it gets better once you find the AK, realize you're supposed to have it. Haven't had problems since, except for the boss fight. This ends with the boss fight because, of course, the only way to dispense proper street justice is to kill the boss and Coke Baron. And like all the other bosses in this, while the developers subscribe to the good game design by addition of health bars methodology, so you gotta ventilate him a lot, to the point where his body composition is probably more lead than blood. Like, you take a look at him on the periodic table, first ingredient, lead, then second carbon, or hydrogen. And they're suicide bombers. These cartels are hardcore. I guess now I can see the reason for the war on drugs. War on cocaine, at least. I wonder if Scarface had suicide bombers. Was that just a thing? You want to become a drug baron? You gotta have people blowing themselves up on the streets? That's gotta be a tough sell. I wonder what incentive you offer your goons in order to get a machine gun. But what could you possibly offer criminals that are in this for money? Lose that health. I think I might have to double back. This level is a constant beret of ambushes, so you'll find your health chipping away very quickly, like you never expect. Look one way, see a guy, look another way, see another guy, and then suddenly where's my health? Maybe it's just all the crates. It makes you catatonic. After all the excitement of the last level, they had to compensate by putting everything down with crates galore. Talk about a jarring change. An explosion of color, excitement, cool design, and then crates. Anyways, let's get that mounted MG. Now, if I recall correctly, there's some Kevlar back here, which would be good. Must have misremembered. Looks like it's just health, no matter. Now for the jump back. This will be tricky. Ooh, that was a close one. Honestly, wasn't sure if I'd make it. But it was worth it, as I get the king of guns. And that heavy machine gun, and unlike last time, I get 2 whole reloads. So I can kick ass all the way from here to Tijuana and not have to reload. And then with my reloads, I can head all the way down to the southern tip of Chile. This will be good. And a good thing, too. Seeing as what they're hitting me with, these ambushes. Oh, that's cheeky. I guess the windowsill is just a texture compared to the AI. Or window frame, I suppose. Alright, and now for another jumping puzzle. Can never have too many of those, especially not in Gold Source. Can't think of game engine better than that. Maybe that, what's that one Quake mod where all you do is bunny hop and jump around? I imagine that's pretty good too. And it should be, though, that's the entire thing. Man, what is it? DWSF or something? Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. Not what I'm playing. This shoot men in the face game. I wonder if the developers ever took a look at the final game and just thought, wow, you shoot a lot of guys the exact same way. I think maybe we should add a bit of variety to this. And then the boss said, we're shipping next week. And he just said, fuck. Now I'm curious about these explosive barrels. What possible need, or even use, could they have had for the barrels? Seems like it'd be awfully dangerous, especially since you got your product right next to them. I just imagine some cheeky fucker smoking a cigarette, doesn't pay attention to the no smoking signs, and boom, suddenly everyone within a kilometer radius is either in flames or blasted off their ass. High as a kite. Hell, high as fucking Apollo 4. Alright, so now the boss fight, and this guy is tricky because he has a lot of health and does a lot of damage. So I pretty much have to play distance and just try and chain headshots with AK. I can close the distance, but I don't have any good hard cover that I can rely on. So I really gotta hope that I can just pop him before my health runs out. Luckily there's a pickup there. So Hopefully, I'll be able to outlast him. We'll see. Gotta go for the health now. Got him. And everything explodes. Why not?